Singers, I'm Sarah Lieb and this is SingingTV.com. Together, you and we're making singing simple. This is just a little introduction kind of to tell you what I'm about here. My name's Sarah. I'm a singer. I've worked as a singer for, 10, 12, 15 years or so now, and have come into my own really as a teacher. I still sing and I tour and give concerts when that is right, but over the past couple of years, a few years have really come into my own as a teacher. I'm the assistant chair over at LA College of Music, and I run my own studio here that you're sitting in, teaching voice and singing to all sorts of people, actors, singers, and just people who want to learn to sing. So it's not, you don't have to be a professional necessarily to study singing. And I guess as an introduction, this is a new introduction that I'm making. What I want to say is that Singing TV is a couple things. It's not just this place where you can come and look at videos. What I'm hoping for it to really be is a place where people can come and tweet me at Singing TV or hashtag singing question, hashtag Singing TV. But if you just tweet whatever your question is, it's something I can tweet back and answer the question, or it's something I can make a video about. It's a place where you can comment in the YouTube comments, leaving questions and answers and comments, and if I ask a quote of the day, you'll do something like that and you'll leave an answer. It's a place for lurkers to come out and really not just ask a question, but find a community of singers, of people who care about actually the education, the part and the side of singing that's not just, ooh, look at me, I have a good voice, or ooh, I can sing all these riffs and runs, so much as, I've got a question about this, I'm really into the education of it, I'm really into the intellectual side, I want to talk about reading music, and I want to talk about songs, and I want to talk about timbre and the sound, and all sorts of things like that, improvisation. So that's what I'm hoping to do here, especially as I renew my commitment to the channel in 2015. It's December 27th today, so that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing. So let me tell you a little bit of a story, a little bit, about me, and I think perhaps it'll let you get to know me a little bit. So I had to take piano lessons from the time I was 6, and by had to, I mean that it was just something that you did in my family. So when in fact, I went to piano lessons when I was 5, and the piano teacher could see that I knew what I wanted to do with my fingers on the piano, but she said to my mother at the time that my hand-eye coordination wasn't there, and to bring me back in a year. She brought me back in a year, and by 6, not only did my brain know what I wanted it to do, but my fingers could coordinate with my brain, and so, boom, I was ready for lessons. We talk about coordination a lot when it comes to singing, so that's why I'm telling this story. So I took lessons as a kid, and I think probably when I was about 9 years old, I really wanted to go outside. I think there was a birthday party or something that was happening that I wanted to go to, and I was practicing piano. And I was whining and I was complaining, and I remember the piano was here, and my mom walked up over here, and I was complaining, as 9-year-olds sometimes do, and I didn't want to practice, and my mom looked at me and she said, Sarah, you don't need to be a concert pianist. However, in this house, you study music, and we study science, and we study English, and we study art, and we study math, and in this house, we study music. And when you move out of the house, you don't have to play music anymore, but it's it's something that we consider to be important. And at 9 years old, that lesson wasn't something I was willing to hear. It wasn't something I think I was with. I think I kept complaining, and I was whining and having a tantrum or something. The reason it's so important to me now is because what that taught me, Mom, I don't think you watch this, but I think I'm going to send this to her and make her watch it, because I think she'll appreciate this. It taught me that music, as the arts in general are an educational pursuit. They're not something for fame. They're not something to make you popular. They're means of expression, and they're an art. And that's why it's important to study them. There have been tons and tons of studies that have shown that music in the brain, that music is so important for brain development and brain function. And so that lesson really kind of taught me something important. And even though music is my life, everyone else in my family had to study music too. My dad's an architect designer. My mom was a social worker for 30, 40 years. My brother is a union organizer. None of them are professional musicians. However, they can all sing. They can all read music. My brother can play the trumpet. My dad can play the guitar. My mom can play the piano. None of them do that. I mean, we're kind of this dorky family that at family get-togethers we sing in 4-part harmony. But aside from that, nobody does it professionally except for me. So this wasn't a, you must become a singer or you must become a pianist lesson. This was, these are where our values lie, and this is why it's important to me. And no, you can't go to that birthday party until you've practiced. And I feel the same way about voice. So voice is about personal development, it's about growth, it's about learning to read music, it's about understanding the means of communication or the language of music. It's about understanding intervals, because we as singers often learn differently than other instrumentalists. And this channel's about creating a dialogue for people, and a place where people can go for good, strong information. It's not going to be hurtful to you. Information that can help you be healthy. Always keep a strong and particularly healthy, unencumbered, free instrument, and that is what this is about. So, I hope you enjoy the channel. I hope you'll come out from the lurker side of being behind the computer or the phone and answer questions of the day, ask texts. You can tweet at SingingTV. And you can find us at facebook.com/singingtv. You can find me on Twitter, all that good stuff. I'm Sarah Lieb. Together, you and I, we are making singing simple.